Hey, what's up everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we are doing the 2023 top 10s, and we're going to look at my number 8 junior welterweight in the world right now at 140 pounds, the reigning IBF champion, Subriel Matias. Before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel, I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. So Subriel Matias is hot right now. He really is. A lot of people are tuning in to watch him fight. He entered the year not ranked, but he was one of those guys knocking on the door, and a feared power puncher that was in line to fight for the vacant IBF title. And in February, he got his opportunity against undefeated Jeremiah Ponce. But in the first round, it was like, Matias looks like trash. I mean, you know, I had heard a lot about him. I had seen a couple of his highlights, but Ponce jumped on his ass and seemingly hurt Matias in the first round. And then Matias just kept his head down, kept chugging, kept methodically landing shots. And then next thing you know, the tide had turned by like the second, third round. And he just started, you know, landing big, heavy, hard shots and busting up Ponce. And then Ponce would retire in his corner after the 5th round, and Subriel Matias would claim the vacant IBF title with that victory. So it was a nice win, but I don't know if it locked up a top 10 spot just yet, even though he was a champion. He was trying to make an optional defense against former champion Sergey Lipinets, but the IBF came down hard and said, no, after a vacant title is claimed, you have to make another mandatory. So Shohahan Ergashev was an undefeated power punching fighter that was the mandatory #1 challenger. The fight went to a purse bid, and then the fight finally was scheduled for Showtime pay-per-view at the end of November on the Benavidez Andrade undercard. So Matias got a nice card to be able to try to showcase himself, and he did just that against Ergashev. Ergashev came out, same thing, landing big shots on Matias in the first couple rounds, and it looked like Matias wasn't doing shit, and then Matias just kept his head down, methodically kept landing shots, same exact way, and he turned the tide, broke down Shohahan Ergashev, and after 6th round, Ergashev quit on his stool, or quit in his corner, and they said that's like the 5th straight opponent that's quit in his corner after taking punishment from Matias. So Matias now the reigning IBF champion. Overall, he is 20-1 with all 20 wins coming by way of knockout, and his one defeat was a close decision loss that he avenged with a knockout victory. So he's beaten every guy he's been in the ring with, and he is hot right now. Is Matias. So Matias now moving into 2024, it's all about who is willing to fight him, who's willing to take the risk to fight him. He doesn't have a mandatory challenger right now. It doesn't look like many guys are signing up to become a mandatory challenger, but I'll tell you right now, there are guys that were talking shit earlier in the year. Teofimo Lopez says that he offered a fight to Matias, and Matias confirmed that, but Matias, I guess, didn't have enough time to get ready for a February fight. And he asked if the fight can wait till April. Lopez said no. And you know what? I understand both sides of that. Lopez hasn't fought since June. He doesn't want to wait any longer to get back in the ring. He wants to fight when he wants to fight. Matias, though, is saying like, hey, you really wanted to fight me, you'd wait. So I looked at both sides of it, especially it being a unification bout. It would be good to see what would happen there. But I also was looking at, you know, Regis Prograis was talking a gang of shit about potentially unifying belts before he lost his title to Devin Haney. Well, why not Prograis give Matias that smoke and see if he can come right back and win a world title, or if Matias really is on that level. So it really depends on who's ready to sign up and fight Matias. But I'll tell you something right now. With Matias working with the PBC his last few fights, one guy that might come knocking is Gary Antoine Russell. And will Matias be willing to fight Gary Antoine Russell? I hope he is. You know, if it comes down to that, because nobody wants to really fight either guy. And I think that's an explosive matchup right there to be made. And I can't wait, and I hope it does get made. But, you know, whoever gets in a ring with Matias better be ready, because this guy's a real deal. And he's 31 years old. He seems to be in his prime right now. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he does this year. I absolutely believe that Subriel Matias will still be in the top 10 by the end of the year. And he might even be able to climb into the top 5 based on who's willing to face him. So we'll see what happens. But that's it. That's what I got. That is my number 8 junior welterweight in the world right now at 140 pounds. The reigning IBF champion, Subriel Matias, as my 2023 top 10s continue. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.